Dedication of this memorial commemorating the events of 9/11, the sacrifices made that day, and in the days and years since. Thank you to the Deputy for the invitation to speak today. As a retired American Airlines employee from Boston, this day is very personal for me because I was half a world away in the Persian Gulf on a recall to active duty trying to prevent attacks on America. Unbeknownst to us, the enemy was already in the house. We're now fighting transnational groups. They're not nation states, so it's a completely different kind of a war we fight today. And we fight it all over the world, including here at home, as evidenced by Orlando, by San Bernardino, by Paris, by Brussels. And it's not going to stop until we stop them. So we have a lot of work to do to honor the memories of those who have gone before us and have given the ultimate sacrifice, whether it be on 9/11 or any day since then. And we've got the first responders around the country today who, without hesitation, go to the sound of the danger. And the military that's on watch 24/7, 365 days a year around the world, for trying to protect us from the evil that men try to do to destroy our way of life. And make no mistake about it, that is their goal, to destroy our way of life. Today we have mega wealthy athletes that decide they don't want to honor the national anthem. We have various political groups trying to divide us. We must overcome all of that. And remember the feeling we had right after 9/11. There were American flags everywhere, and they were proudly displayed. And every member of Congress stood on the steps of the Capitol and joined arms and hands. We haven't seen that since. What a shame that it takes a national tragedy to unite this nation. We must overcome that. We must come again to the realization that until we do something like that, we're going to face divisiveness and enmity across the world, across the country. After 9/11, the world changed for everybody. It changed for the civilian folks, and it changed for the military. As I said, they were now taking on transnational organizations, not nation states. And for the civilians, it's the new normal. The airline business changed dramatically. You know, all of a sudden, the security was completely different. The agents working the ticket counter and the boarding gates were completely different. They were much more wary, being careful, wanting to know, is this passenger okay? Everybody was suspect. It's a terrible way to have to live. Today, when you fly, you may very well have a sky marshal on your airplane. You may or may not. Flight attendants now receive training in self-defense, and you might even have an armed cockpit crew member. We never wanted that. This was brought to us by evil. We will overcome this evil. Memorials such as this are important to make people remember, reflect, and consider the lives lost and the sacrifices made since that day by our men and women, both in the first responder professions and in the military. We have Gold Star families across the country. Unfortunately, there will be more. Today, I see in the audience some people I worked with at American Airlines. These are the people that lived that nightmare that day. As I said, I was half a world away. Diane Gallagher is here. Jimmy Ward's here. I don't know if Joni Stack made it, but boy, I'll tell you, some of the greatest people I've ever worked with. Please give them a round of applause. I urge you, when you're in the neighborhood, come and visit this memorial. Reflect, remember, and let your soul be soothed that we have people in this great nation every single day that are willing to go to the sound of the danger and take care of their fellow citizens, whether they be black, white, green, doesn't matter. Their religion doesn't matter. Their sexual orientation doesn't matter. They're fellow citizens, and we will take care of them. We will overcome this, and we will survive. We are Americans. God bless America.